Cheers, everybody. This is Eric. I'm back. Had a few people ask me, how do you pack up your brew equipment when you're not using it? Well, I'm gonna go through that next. Not much different from when you're seeing my brew day. Fortunately, I have enough room that I can leave it kind of sprawled out. I built a shop this summer, and I was able to my lawnmower was right there, and I had a welding table right there, and my toolbox was over there, and had this wedged in here, and all this stuff right here was kind of just here and there and packed up here. And so I got this little storage area up here. One thing about this storage up above my brewing area, this is so handy. Without this, I would definitely be landlocked again. This is so easy to build and make, so easy to pull off. These are just on the studs, and I believe it is 4 foot, so 4 foot span, 2x4s. You can actually use 2x2s. Just make sure that ceiling up above can carry the load. That would be one recommendation. So I keep my fermenters, and that's grain buckets where I keep my grain. Go to your brew store, or local brew store, and buy your grain. Have them put it in a bucket. It's a whole lot easier to add your grain to your strike water. So this is it. Of course, the old Keyser. That's my spare keg, and as most of you know, if you've seen the video, I don't use a secondary. That would be my secondary. So I'd rack it to keg and finish it out, cold crash it or whatever in my keg. And of course, I got a big CO2 cylinder. Got a little one for backup, as you never know. Brew kettle, just as normal, just ready to go. Give it a quick hot rinse, and then start my brew day. Pump stay there, and immersion chiller, where my mash tun would usually go, and that's up there, right there. HLT, that would be right there. Ale pail. Have my old rims tube. It stays right where it's always at. And of course, my units, they stay mounted on the wall. This cantilever mount, which I've showed that before. There we go. Go ahead and do this. My hoses, got them on a little pegboard, piece of pegboard. I bought that at Home Depot, I believe. And keep extra growlers. Got my beer sign, various cleaners. Brew day book, scale, various components and pieces and parts I need if I need to have a leak or something, stir bars and stuff like that. My bowl for measuring out hops and brew salts. That's a fountain pump right there. Use that to chill down an ice bath my wort down to 67 for yeast pitch. 5-star stir plate, capper, extra stir plate, regulator boxes, extra one of them. I got a couple hydrometers extra, and then hoses and fittings and brew salts and various components and airlocks from my other old fermenters I still have. I just don't use them anymore. Stick with the good old Spidle fermenters. And that's it. That's it. And of course, I have my fermentation Keyser. There's nothing in my baby one right now. I just store it in there. This is the New England IPA double batch that I did when I maxed out my system, and open up this refrigerator, and the hop smell. It's I think, let's see, 12 ounces in the Whirlpool, and I did 8 in that fermenter, and I believe it was 3 ounces in that guy right there. So that was dry hopping them two at High Krausen. And it smells awesome. So that is it. That is basically Eric's Brew House when I'm offline. This is what you see when you come into my garage. So unfortunately, like I said, I had the space, so I took it over, and my wife's not going to get it back. It's mine. So this is Eric. Thanks again for watching, and as always, cheers, and please subscribe. And any questions, please let me know. Keep them down below. Cheers.